Welcome to Man, We're Too Old for This. I'm your host, CDL113. With me today is...
the token figure of action, Turkey.
Of the experience, some call Jason.
And the Todd Bob.
The hell?
You sound so enthusiastic.
Do we need to do that over?
Are you
No.
okay?
Okay.
No.
Did I confuse you?
No. I was wondering if the mic was on.
Pretty sure I never turned it off.
Okay. Today we're going to be talking about toys. Toys of today, toys of yesteryear, and the toys that, were our favorites. What made me think about this was normally around this time of year you'd get the holiday catalogs that would come out, as a kid. For me, and I know for Todd, that was a big deal back in those days.
Get off of my lawn!
Look, this is one of the few times where it's like the toy catalog came in the mail for all children to enjoy, and I'm going, the fuck?
Yeah.
You'd get the holiday catalog, and it had, the latest, greatest toys in it. It was a big
I
deal.
don't remember this either.
Now,
You never got the Sears?
wait.
Sears and JCPenney's
Wait,
catalog.
time out. It's not. It wasn't called the holiday catalog, was it?
Well, you had a...
Yeah. It was literally the holiday catalog.
Okay, because we've gotten in the mail those big things from Target or Walmart. That's like
During the holidays had more
Yeah.
toys than other times.
Yeah.
Other times of the year.
Your Sears and JCPenney's had a standard year-long catalog that you could order any of their items from. Come the holidays, they had the specialty items. You could order Christmas ornaments. You could order clothes that was designed for the holidays or cold weather. And in the back half of it, it was toys.
Yep.
And, Sears and JCPenney's both had this. And, as a kid, you waited. When you knew when that got there, Christmas was around the corner.
Sears was actually called the Christmas Wish Book.
And, you could sit there, and it was literally divided. The back of it was all toys. And it was boys, girls, and then neutral kind of thing. Like toys that overlapped. Bikes and
stuff like that.
Science kits and stuff like that. But, me and my cousins, we would get that. Ooh, I want this. Ooh, I want that. And that's how you would write your Christmas wish list to Santa to give to your parents. Okay, in the Sears catalog on page such and such, I want such and such item. And you give the list to your parents, and,
You have to do your birthday at the same time?
Yeah.
I used to have to
Since
do mine at the same time.
being in November, I'd also, this is what I want for my birthday, and I'd let my parents know.
Yep.
But
Santa
Santa
close
Claus,
to Christmas, that most of the new stuff would be out by your birthday.
yeah.
Yep.
And, that was, one of those things, and I was thinking about that, the other day, because I saw somebody's post on Facebook, what happened to the Christmas wish book,
Came the internet.
Yeah. Now you want something, you just look it up on the internet. But it got me,
convenience, taking away my nostalgia.
but it got me thinking about, some of the toys I got as a kid and the memories that stuck with me and, stuff like that.
How many of them are in the room?
This
newer stuff.
No,
this is mostly
it's
newer stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff that I didn't play with and completely ruin, or one of my cousins didn't blow up with them 80s, yet he got a beat down for that. But
As he deserved.
I can remember as a kid, one of the first big memories I had was Christmas one year. I got a cowboy outfit. It was the hat, the chaps, the vest, the
The
gun
tiny sign
belt.
that says "I hate Native Americans." Yeah.
And no, it didn't have that.
I
But I got a BB gun that year, and boy, my mom was so mad because my dad went and bought that behind her back. And it's like the scene out of Christmas Story. I'm sitting there opening my gifts, and I open that up, and I'm there in my PJs, and I've got the chaps on, and the cowboy vest, and the hat, and the sheriff's badge, and my gun belt. My dad's like, "You're only missing one thing, a rifle." Well, we didn't get him. Santa didn't get him one of those. "Oh yeah, he did. Look over here." And Dad reaches under the couch, and here's a gift that got misplaced. The look on Mom's, if we'd had a video camera then, I think.
As 6-year-old Denny went, "Ah yes, the only thing I ever wanted, a gun."
But that was a big memory. And
I'm still floating around chaps and PJs.
At least there are PJs. It wasn't just the chaps. 6-year-old Danny running around and asked his chaps. But
No.
keep the BJ's on.
Spider-Man was on his ass. Don't worry.
Actually, it was Batman.
Batman was on his ass. Don't worry.
But you know, I remember that, and then the big tall G.I. Joes. You know, the old school. You know, original G.I.
Joes
Joe.
have hair.
Yeah,
Hair.
had the hair, and then the chat thing you pull, and then it would talk to you and tell you what your mission was.
Give me a damn rum and coke.
Put
Also,
on some pants, you freak.
also one year I got the Big Jim action adventure van and 2 or 3 of the Big Jim figures.
Before my time.
Yeah, I didn't have one.
I remember seeing advertisements for the Big Jim in some of Dad's comics.
Yeah, I had the.
Yeah, I may have been around for Big Jim. But
I had Big Jim, and I had the dude they made.
It's coming. It's very innocent, but it's sounding more and more like the toys. It just is.
I was wearing my ass chaps and got Big Jim in here.
I got Big Jim, the Big Jim van. I'm wearing my chaps and the.
No, this is not all in the same year. This is, you know.
He had to work up to all this together.
I was old enough for Big Jim when he showed up.
We're sorry, not sorry, Danny. Please continue.
I don't want to hear it. All you had was Pogs.
Motherfucker, Pogs was before my time. I had Gundams, bitch. Gundams was
Good
the
Lord.
shit.
Yeah, Pogs were probably big when Eric was little.
It's like Pogs. Pogs were before my time.
I played with them.
Every year,
I
like
never
clockwork, I got, you know, Hot Wheels, you know, and Matchbox cars. That was.
Had a few of those. Thankfully, my folks were aware that I wasn't really into cars.
Yeah, I had about 20 of them.
But my grandparents.
I had a few, but they were always like, you know, like the Batmobile. It was stuff
Specific-
that you know.
Let's see, I had the truck from Fall Guy. I think I had a General Lee at some point.
I had General.
Never had the 18 van. Or Kit from Knight Rider. As far as the cars I would remember coming.
Only kit that I had was I borrowed my best friend's at the time. He had that big one that would talk. Oh, I loved it.
I wanted that bad.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
care, I didn't get one.
Nah, I didn't get one myself, but yeah, we had that weird thing. Well, I'll trade you this for this. You keep it for a week, bring my shit back, and I'll bring it. It's kind of like a test drive of your toys.
Let's see. It was
Does my imagination click with this toy?
when the Indiana Jones movie came out.
Do I like it enough to pester my parents for one?
I got the super tall Indiana Jones one year.
I had the one that was,
Yeah,
about like that.
yeah.
My grandmother got me that one.
My grandparents on my mom's side, there was several boys and then several girls. The girls would always get, dolls or Barbies, something like that. The
So what was your
boys-
favorite?
Say what?
What was your favorite?
The grandparents would get us Tonka toys. And
You
A direct
broke
question
it.
is asked. I just keep going.
You broke him.
what do you mean? What was my favorite?
What was
Out
your
of all
favorite
of
toy?
them?
Yeah,
As a kid, as a little kid.
All right,
what
and
was
when you
your
were
toy?
little, what was your favorite?
I think when I got them, it was the Star Wars toys because I'd seen the movie, and then the toys come out, and I only had 1 or 2, and then Christmas rolled around, and I got the Millennium Falcon. I got all these different figures that were from the movie. I got the Land Speeder. I got an X-wing, and so I had those toys, and it was
No, I never had an X-Wing.
Really?
I had Vader's TIE Fighter, I had the Snow Speeder, I had the Millennium Falcon, and something else, but I never had an X-Wing.
The shitty car they drive at the very start with Obi-Wan and Luke.
The Land Speeder.
Land Speeder.
That was actually Eric's,
Oh,
and it was one of the one of the much later re-releases.
But
See, actually, I had the Star Wars figures before I saw the movie. We used to have Airedale dogs, and when we go to Paducah, the place we would board the dog up, at the kennel, and the guy had 2 sons. One of them was like close to my age, and he had seen Star Wars. Like, oh man, it's the greatest thing ever. It's this and this and this. I hadn't seen it, but I got a toy thing. So, so they took me to Kmart or something. They had toys, and I just started going, well, I'll take you and you. So I got everything new, because at the time, I think there was, what, 12?
Yeah.
For the first ones. And I got, Lord, maybe 8. Because I know I got Vader, Princess Leia, Obi-Wan, Luke, R2-D2, and C-3PO. Just kind of in that first chunk. And then for my birthday, I think I had all but like 4 or 5 of them. And then I got the rest of them for my birthday that year.
Yeah, I got 2. I got 2 of them for my birthday, but it was the aliens. I think it was Hammerhead and Walrus Man, and I'm like, who were they? I just thought it was some generic toy mom and dad bought me. You know, that's fine. You know, I played with them. And then when the movie come out, I was like, oh, that's where those guys are from. Okay, but they only have. I wish I had such. And then Christmas rolled around, and I had the rest of them. It's like, oh, it was great. I think the next big thing I remember as a kid was when the little small G.I.Joes come out, and Christmas rolled around that year, and I got all the G.I.Joes that I had put down on my list, and I got several of the vehicles. I got the Jeep, I got the laser cannon, I got the little miniature drone weapons, I got the Cobra Hiss tank.
With snake tail attachment.
Something else, and I can't remember what it was, but it was another Cobra. Oh, the helicopter, the little Cobra helicopter. I got it. And, yeah. And then the next year after that, I got the G.I. Joe helicopter and something else. And, those kind of things, I got them in a box in my closet,
You never got X-Men. What'd your TIE fighters fight?
The snow speeder, I guess. I don't know for sure. The speeder bike. I had the speeder bike.
I never had a speed bike. Vehicle-wise, those early days, I got the X-Wing and a TIE fighter one Christmas.
The speeder bike was things that would explode.
So with the X-Wing.
X-Wing didn't explode.
My cousins did. He
Because it was
played with
broke.
it so much and crashed it into
Yeah.
stuff, the
That's 'cause
little
he
wings wouldn't.
It's because he broke his.
Yeah.
Because the only one that would explode was the TIE fighter. The TIE fighter had the buttons on there where you could pop the panels off.
That's kind of what happened to my snow speeder and the TIE fighter. Not that they broke, that I took them apart and couldn't get them back together, or just never got around to getting them back together. I wanted to see how the sound effect stuff worked.
But yeah, I had X-Wing and TIE fighter one Christmas. But I also got the Death Star. Remember they had the Death Star playset.
My cousin got the Death Star, and he got the TIE fighter, and he got most of the bad guy vehicles. So I had most of the good guy vehicles. So spending the night with each other, we'd lug a little bag of stuff over to each other's house, and yeah, that's what we would do.
It wasn't a hell of a lot of vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
You could get a TIE fighter, you could get an X-Wing, you could get the land speeder. I had all that crap. I had the first lightsaber. I had the mom sent off and got the display case using the proofs of purchase for all the figures that I bought.
My mom did too.
Then I had the 12-inch ones. I had Vader, Luke, and Chewbacca from them. And I didn't get Princess Leia because I'd seen Carrie Fisher on the thing. Basically, if you get the Princess Leia figure, she comes in your room at night and kisses you. And at the time, I thought kiss from girls was like gay cooties and icky or something like that. So I was like, hey, you want the Princess Leia? Nah, I'm good with that though. I like looking at her. I don't need a kiss no.
Where by the time Jedi rolled around.
Oh, by the time Jedi rolled around, yeah, I was going through puberty. I was like, why the hell did you buy me the damn Princess Leia? Let's buy one now. Let's buy one now.
How about you, Jason?
Let's see. My list will truthfully be kind of boring because it's so typically the 80s stuff. It's the little G.I. Joes. It was He-Man. Really into He-Man.
Oh, I got some of those too.
He was deep into He-Man. Oh, we get to make fun of him for Big Jim, and we can't go into He-Man.
Big Jim's funny, damn it.
It was the 70s.
It's the 70s. He's got Big Jim's running around in assless chaps and PJs. Sick, man. It's sick.
The Secret Wars figures. I was really into the Secret Wars figures.
I really like those.
My parents never would buy me any of those.
And I remember the day I chose not to get Magneto.
You want me
Day
to
you
smack
made
you
a
in the
poor
back of the
decision?
head?
Not really. I got one of the Centurions instead. He was much bigger.
Oh.
And I basically used him as like Giant Man or Goliath and stuff. Because, my G.I. Joes, half the time I was using them as superheroes along with my Secret Wars and stuff.
Yep.
I remember because it was also the first day I went to the dentist, and that was my reward. I could have a toy for, not throwing a fit at the dentist the first time I went. And the reason I did not get, two reasons I did not get Magneto. The Centurion was a lot bigger, and that equaled value in my little 6-7-year-old heart.
Let me guess, Magneto didn't have a cape.
Magneto didn't have a cape. That's not Magneto. I was iffy enough on Doctor Doom, but at least that was some armor he showed up in the story.
Yep.
Magneto did not have a cape. I'm sitting there going, well, I could give him Superman's cape, but it ain't quite right. Screw it.
I used to take the Magneto and take a piece of paper and color it purple and stick it, cut the hole out and stick it over his head.
Don't get me started on Captain America's shield.
Yeah.
Wolverine's claws I like.
Wolverine was the first one I got. Wolverine was the first one I got. Spider-Man was the second one I got. Doc Ock, and his arm broke off damn near as soon as I took it out of the damn package.
Yeah, my Doc Ock arms didn't last long.
My cousin got 4 of them, and he got the Spider-Man, the Doc Ock, Captain America, and the villain, Claw. And like him, the Doc Ock broke just like that, so my aunt returned it, and she got him a G.I. Joe instead, which,
Like the Star Wars figures, I had several of them. And, I like the ones that had the lightsaber that you could push out of the arm and stuff, though I generally had to have toothpicks because I lost lightsabers pretty quick.
Yep, that was me.
But I didn't get heavy into those because I thought the figure's articulation was crap. Because I was used to G.I. Joes by that point. You could pose those much better in a fight scene. But as far as toys that stick out, I had the Rick Hunter from Robotech, with no clue who he was, but his outfit looked kind of superhero-y, so I ran with it. That and Captain Power. I knew squat about what Captain Power was actually about, but he looked like a superhero.
Yeah, for mine, you'd have to go through time period, because it was like when I was 3 to about 5 or 6 there, it was the Mego Batman figures.
Oh, yeah.
I had the Batcave, the Batmobile, the Batcopter, fist fighting Batman and Robin, fist fighting Joker and Riddler, Superman, Penguin, Shazam, you name it. And I remember Dad, when he was working for TVA, he'd go on trips and bring me toys back, and he brought me back a Falcon. And I was like, he brought me 2 figures. It was Penguin and Falcon, and I was like, who in the hell is this?
Yeah.
That Falcon was damn near brand new, because it was like, yeah, I don't know who this is. He ain't fighting, he ain't on Super Friends, I don't know who the hell you are next.
Mego was pretty much dead by the time I got up some size. But I would see the advertisements for the Marvel Mego figures, and Dad's comics would be like, oh, I want those.
Yeah.
And then digging through Dad's stuff, I found Thor's boot at one time. So apparently Dad had a Mego Thor at one time.
Yeah, it was, Mego was pretty big right through there. Like I said,
I would wear through the Megos, because they had that little rubber band thing in the middle, and if it broke, the arms, legs,
it all
would
fell
fall
off.
out. It was done.
And the G.I. Joes had a little rubber band type thing in the middle.
And Batman and Robin didn't keep their gloves that long. A lot of times, my Batman and Robin were gloveless, and the insignias would come off. So
because it was just a sticker.
So I remember one of the last kind of little ones I got. Mom super glued, crazy glued on there, so it wouldn't come off because it was literally stuck to the damn figure through the costume.
On the Mego figures, I had Batman, Robin, Penguin, Superman. I had a Wonder Woman. Then I had Hulk.
I got Hulk right before the TV show. Well, I got Hulk after I read the first book, and right before the TV show came out, Mom, she sewed him up a ripped up shirt.
got one or two others of the Marvel ones. And then, you remember when they did the Mego Star Trek figures?
Mm-hmm.
I got a Spock and a Captain Kirk.
I've got a Spock. Not when it was new. I found it, quite some time later.
And I remember playing with those, and I was at my cousin's house, and the little band in them broke. Oh, I was so mad. And my cousin, Jim, took an M80.
Little Jim.
Carry on.
He took an M80 and blew them up. Oh, they're battle damaged. Yeah, he got beat down for that.
Should have got a whipping from the parents on that one, too.
Yeah, because he'd gotten into the fireworks when he wasn't supposed to.
Damn,
And blowing up other people's crap.
Other people's stuff.
Yeah. So my aunt gave me the money that those were worth. So because she didn't know the rubber band had broke. So I was able to get something else. I can't remember what I bought with it, but you know, I had the Batmobile and the Bat Chopper that went with the Megos.
See, when we lived in Lebanon, hell, I got weird shit. Right, Star Wars came out when we were living in Lebanon. The Shogun Warriors came out while I was living in Lebanon, and that, good God, I wanted them damn things like it wasn't no tomorrow.
I only got one of those.
Yeah, the Great Mazinga. That was the one. That was the first one I got. My grandmother got me that one. I was just starting to get those things when the Godzilla came out. Had to have that. So I had Great Mazinga and Godzilla for the longest. By the time we got, once I got Guy King while I was there too.
It was Guy King the one with the big
The yellow one.
Yellow
The yellow one with the horns.
See, my grandparents, they would normally get the boys all the same thing. You know, we'd all got the same fire truck one year. We all got the same something. Well, the year those came out, I got the
Mazinger.
I got Mazinga. My cousin got the one where it's the gold chest. Another cousin got a different one. You know, each one of us boys got a different one, but nobody got Godzilla that year. And only one of my cousins got the Godzilla. And man, we were all so jealous of him because he had Godzilla. And his dog, he left it sitting outside one day to come in to eat, and his dog mauled that thing just to no end, and his parents wouldn't buy him a new
His
one.
dog mysteriously died.
But yeah,
But yeah, I had a decent set of those. It seems like my grandmother tended to get me those more often than my parents. Like I said, my parents got me Godzilla. Or they ended up having to give me two because the first one we'd gone home and the rocket fist, the spring in it was
Yankee.
Yeah, and I think it got shot out on the highway. I wasn't even touching the damn thing, but I'm pretty sure it out the window, and that was the end of that. So I was like, gotta get this boy another Godzilla. I know grandmother got me Rating. That was after we went to Chattanooga. But what I used the Shogun Warriors basically to say, I had some weird shit around there. You know, we were talking about like Electro Man and Zog earlier.
Yeah.
Then I had, do you remember, anybody here remember? I know you probably, the other two are probably too young. Did you ever have Super Joe Commander?
Sounds so damn familiar.
They were, you know, because you'd had the big G.I. Joes. Then Super Joe was like that big.
Just a little taller than the Migos, weren't they?
You were in around the same size as the Migos, and the trick with them is like Super Joe had a vest that would light up.
Yes.
And then you had like his bad guy that was, I think he was you had some kind of little green scaly monster that was that same size, but like the light was built into his chest. I want to say that was the main bad guy, and then you had, I remember they did one that was called Zarkon. It was basically like a green clone of Super Joe, but like his vest was black, and all the bad guys fired like a red beam. Basically, they had little flashlight pin lights up, and you had a monster that came with it that was about that damn big. It was battery operated, and it would walk. And basically, its eyes and its mouth would light up that same red. It had a little sensor down at the bottom that if you could shine the light in there, it was like it would stun it, and then eventually like knock it over.
Yeah.
That thing fought Godzilla. I don't think it ever fought Super Joe. But it fought Godzilla like on a damn near daily basis. or it fought Godzilla and Mazinga on a daily basis.
Yeah, I
It
have.
was a giant monster. And I want to say I was in around the time you'd had Red Ronin pop up in the Godzilla comic book. So yeah, it's Godzilla and my Shogun Warrior fighting these damn things.
Well, see, I forgot about Super Joe. I had one. I just had him, but he was the same size as the Big Jim, and there are little vehicles that you could get for their sets, all the same scale. And then for Christmas that one year, my aunt and uncle, my uncle, he was a Boy Scout leader, and they had the Boy Scout and Cub Scout action figure that was the same size, or just scaled to the size of that. And
You got a Cub Scout going out with Big Jim. There's nothing creepy about that at all.
Boy Scout, and or Girl Scout.
now they didn't have a girl. Well, they might have had a Girl Scout figure. I don't know. I never saw one. But they had the Boy Scout, and then the Cub Scout was just a little shorter. And their scaling size fit with those action adventure kits. And man, I remember having that stuff out in the backyard playing.
You have the $6 Million Man?
Yes.
I had a freakish amount of his shit too.
I had him. I had the Rocket.
Oh, you had play sets. I had play sets.
I had the inflatable, bubble that it's when he got launched into space. You just put him in there, and it's all that.
Man, kids' toy gimmicks.
And he's sitting there going, the who? The shot in the what?
I know what the $6 Million Man is.
Oh. Because that's way before your damn time.
He goes into slow-mo and it makes noises as he's doing robot punches and shit.
I had the Bionic Woman figure,
I did too.
and I had
I'm ashamed because I had to go to the girls section to get them, but I ain't give a damn.
I put that on my Christmas list, and my parents were like, "You sure you want Santa to bring you this?" Well, a $6 Million Man, Bionic Woman, you gotta have him. And so
I had to go get that my damn self with my father looking at me like I'd grown a third head. Damn, who cares? Jamie Summers. You got $6 million. Goes $6 Million Man. Just buy it. It'll make sense to you later.
You asked me if I wanted a Princess Leia before. You didn't look at me weird then.
That was
That's a woman. Oh,
That was
okay.
Mom. Princess Leia.
Me and my sister, the toys would divide out weird like that. Because I had a bunch of these Super Friends figures, but she had the Wonder Woman. She had gotten some of the She-Ra stuff.
and you got the He-Man.
Well, those were two different lines.
When you get the Horde. Or did you have both?
I can't remember if I had Bo or if they got her Bo and she was like, it's a boy. Alright, another random superhero. Not a problem.
Punch the hell out of your ass!
It's like a He-Man, but proportioned like a normal person.
He dies first.
I don't know. I just remember he went in with my He-Man.
Do
He
you
dies
remember
first.
You remember the Adventure People?
Hmm?
Same size scale as my parents one year for Christmas got me.
Talking about the Fisher Price?
Yeah, the Fisher Price
I
ones.
used to love them.
I got the camping set. I got the whitewater rafting.
Yeah, Fisher Price used to put out these things, the Adventure People, and they'd be little sets, and they'd come with like little folks, and like you. The ones that I tended to get, that I had like a couple of, was like the diving set.
Yeah, you
put
had
water in there, and it would sink, and you see the bubbles come up. Yeah. We used to play in the sink, man.
The
We'd have
toy that
internet.
lets you drown somebody. See the bubbles are coming up.
Had the rescue chopper that had
The thing that I liked about the Adventure People is the girl fit just perfectly into my King Kong's hand. That was the only reason I liked that shit. I had a King Kong.
So you had people scaled to your King Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's worth
Yep.
But the Adventure People sets I got one year was had the rescue helicopter with the two pilot and the co-pilot, and then the rescue thing, and then like I said, I got the camping set. Each set tended to come with at least two people.
Yeah, you always had a guy and a girl.
Otherwise,
Or-
it'd be the adventure person.
Yeah.
So, didn't
And
make the name work.
I got a ton of those things, and my cousin got a ton. And so when we would spend the night with each other,
Village people.
we had
Which one are you?
folks,
Hey,
civilians
I'm
for the
over
G.I. Joes to protect and stuff like it. It was great.
Which one's that one? Beach it.
Yeah, it's probably time for us to give the millennial a turn.
All right,
What the hell's
millennial.
in your bucket, Big Jim?
So, what toys were big for you, and you as far back as you can remember?
What came out last Tuesday?
How rude of you. And yes, Gundam's still coming out. But really, at the point at which I could really walk and think, it was Dragon Ball Z and Gundam. that's when I started to actually have, a toy I wanted to collect. Because, like, I saw Thunder the Barbarian, and I'm like, yeah, but that's a Jason thing. And I saw He-Man, but I was like, yeah, but that's a Jason and Eric thing. I had to wait for the thing that would come out that would be my thing. And I was like, oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja. Oh, wait, that's Jason and Eric.
You know, I only ever had one Ninja Turtle.
One.
Raphael.
I didn't have any of them.
Yeah, it was more of an Eric thing.
Yeah, Eric was big on them. And you played with them a lot of
I played with them,
Eric.
yes, but as far as toys, I was like, these are mine. I own these, technically, sort of. I was given them. It was Gundams all the way. And you talked about blowing up the M80. Oh, it's battle damaged. Gundam was smart enough to make an entire series of battle damaged.
Plus, you could pop the limbs off and back on with the Gundams.
Yeah.
Both with the action figures and the model kits.
Yeah, but that was the Christmases where Eric and I basically dividing up, especially with Gundam Wing getting big, it was like, alright, look. You'll get Heavy Arms, you'll get, Hell Scythe, or Death Scythe. I'll get Shenlong, and I'll get Sandrock. Let's go. Because I love Sandrock because I love when you could, like, put stuff together and take it apart. Yeah, Sandrock had a shield that you could slap the swords onto, and he had he made a big pincer punch thing, and I was like, love how that looks.
Talk about dividing up with our brother Eric.
Yeah, what happened when he was on the losing end?
What
happened when he was on the losing end with you?
I don't really remember us doing that. I guess we were into different enough stuff. There's no age difference. But I remember hanging out with the Brooks brothers. And I was always jealous of how many of the He-Men they had. Though the trick was, it was two of them, and it was, they both had collections about my size. But they would do that with the He-Men, So they had a huge collection to draw from, and but half of them belonged to this one, and half of them belonged to the other one.
I realize that games aren't toys. I do want to bring up the Pokemon thing that you did to us.
What did I do to you?
I wanted Pokemon Blue. Eric wanted Pokemon Red. We didn't like each other at all. You knew this. You gave Eric Blue and me Red.
That does sound...
And we didn't trade out of spite for each other.
That does sound familiar.
He's like, that does sound familiar.
I had forgotten all
Because
about that.
you got-
yeah, that was not an
Well
accident.
done.
That was
Well
not an
done.
accident.
Because you got the special Pikachu edition too.
Yeah.
With the Game Boy Color. And we won't talk about what happened to that Game Boy Color.
That was the one Eric ended up punching.
Yep. He punched it dead. We did end up mentioning it. He got a double crit when he wanted to catch a Pokemon, so it died instead. He ran back and punched it. I was like, what? And I started laughing, because anytime Eric got mad, he would do damage to things, and I would laugh at him because he's mad, and he does silly things when he's mad. But then he started to direct that fury towards me, because the thing he hit broke. And I was like, alright, I'm going to step out the room. You're 6 years bigger than me, and I'm like 6. 6 to 12 is a big difference. I'm going to step out of here. Laugh in front of Mom while she's watching the soaps. But yeah, like, my Christmas merged so quickly from here's toys to here's games. And I just became big in game collecting.
Yeah.
I was up a little size even before I got the Atari.
Yeah, me too.
So I had years of action figures and monsters and giant robots.
Using our imagination.
Yeah. Well, you can't sit there. Well, you use your imagination only when you take something where the three of us on this end are basically going, yeah, I got this, and pretended it was something else.
Because let's face it, you get a Superman and a Zod, and go, it's Superman fighting Zod.
Yeah.
It's the same
But
thing
you
as a
still,
game.
in your head, you're sitting there having them fight, and you.
Well, actually, what I'm talking about is when you go, well, let's see, I take my old He-Man, and I'll wrap him up in tinfoil, and that'll be Colossus, and then I use the Wolverine from Secret Wars, and then the Princess Leia's my rogue, and yeah. I'm talking about we would sit around and like build.
That's one reason I got into collecting the Legends for a while. Was there so many of the characters that I never thought I'd see as a figure.
Yep. That's why I'm still into them.
Which is why you see them around in the room.
That's why I'm still into them. Is because hell, I sit there and think about me and James.
Why? Because you wanted
had to hack
3 Ghost Riders, 5 Punishers, and a Blade.
Yeah, it's because they keep getting better.
Yeah.
Once you get into them, you go, well, that's that's the greatest one until that one comes out. That's the greatest one until that one comes out.
Yeah. In my case, it was until the price that it had tripled or quadrupled, and I was like, alright, I'm out.
Yeah, they started out at like what,
$7.
$7, and
They're 20 something
$20 something dollars a piece now, and you're like,
They can keep them.
Yeah.
They can do the occasional, they do a Blue Marvel, they do a good Quasar, there's a few individual characters they can do I have to have, but other than that,
Yeah.
Other than that, looking on the ship, oh, that's neat, they did a really good job on that. It's not
I
dirty or
can-
anything. And then I hang it back up.
I remember when I first discovered them, I was like, oh, those are cool. But I didn't have the money to get the first series. I ended up getting I ended up going back and finding 3 of the first set, which had 4 figures. Never found a Toad.
Really? Because that son of a bitch was everywhere. Nobody wanted Toad. That's the reason why it's so damn expensive now. It's
Well-
because it was an in-action figure. It didn't have joints.
It had been created for
Yeah.
another set,
Yep.
and they just
And
kind
they
of threw it
just,
in the
they
legend.
just threw it into Legend.
But see, I didn't get it when it came out, and then when I was like, oh, I need to get that one for the completion, and I couldn't
Then it was
find it
gone,
nowhere. But, as the sets went along, and then my money, straightened out, I can remember walking into Walmart and going, I need this. Honey, this is my birthday present. It's the middle of summer. Yeah, but when my birthday gets here, you can say you gave me this.
Or when you take them from Small's Jewelry.
Hey, he did not have his hand on it. It does not count.
He did not steal it from a child. He merely prevented a child from reaching it.
My
He
reach
didn't
is
prevent the child from reaching it. The child, it was natural selection. He just was not big enough to reach the food.
Oh, do you want this? Well, it is mine.
As a true Sith Lord should. You want this.
Yeah, at that point, I was hobbling around with a bad hip, and I had that cane. I just, if the tip of the cane maybe landed on his foot and pinned him, and I was able to get to it beforehand, who's to say? I don't know. And he can't say because he's not here. But yes, I did.
You know what I can say? I can say Danny deserved the next seizure he had.
No. That'd be the time we find out that's the one fan we had. That's that son of a bitch!
I knew he looked familiar.
I don't know. The way he was acting in the store that night, his mom probably knocked him into last week.
That Wolverine was mine, you son of a bitch!
Wasn't Wolverine, it was Juggernaut.
Oh, so you took one that actually was... That was my college, you fuck!
All right. Well, that's been our show for this week. I've been your host, CDO113. With me today's been...
The token realizing this has been a lot about Christmas, Tarky.
The Todd father, who realized that just a little bit early, going, we're actually doing a Christmas show before Halloween. I wonder if Jason
Just
realized
like the
that.
supermarkets.
I was kind of like, I wonder if Jason's realized that yet.
Well, they've already got Christmas in the store, so that's probably why I thought about it.
I'm disgusted with this. Totally disgusted.
Yes, because we had so much other things on the table we could have performed tonight.
I did not hear you throwing a single idea out. Anyway,
What do you like bothering me for?
Fight.
aren't you going to say that you were experienced something called Jason?
Yeah, you did for me, though.
All right, cool. Peace. We love you.